Hey, I'm Justin. I'm a wedding photographer in Wilmington, North Carolina, also serving the Raleigh area. I wanted to just sit and chat with you and share a bit about what my approach is to photography. I've been doing weddings for about 10 years now, and I love them more now than I did when I started. I've learned so much about photography, but even more, I've learned about people. I've learned that half of photography is really working with people. Half of it is being technically good at a skill, which I enjoy, but the other half is learning how to work with people and read the room and meet them where they're at and understand their personality and be able to help them feel comfortable in front of a camera. So something I've learned to cultivate over the years is how to help couples be present behind the camera, because nothing steals a moment like being worried about your hands and what to do with them, or feeling overly posed, or feeling like you're not present. For me, photography is more than just grabbing good pictures. There's something behind the photo that really matters the most to me, and that's what you experience and how it feels. I think a photograph should make you feel something. And if you don't feel anything when you look at a photo, I think we've missed it. I think we've just got really good stock photography. And the world doesn't need more stock photography, it needs something that tells a story. So part of my approach to photography over the years has been to get beyond just a good photograph, but get into the moment that's happening. I just believe that the moment that the bride and groom are having behind that photo is really significant. My goal or my hope is that every client looks back on the photo that I've taken and actually feels an emotion. They feel the joy, they feel the endearment, they feel present. They think about that moment and have a fondness for it. That to me is a good photograph. There's 4 things over the years that I've learned are really significant and really important. And the first one that I tell clients when I meet with them is that I always am sure to capture the documentation of your day. What does that mean? That means from getting ready all the way to the grand send-off. I want to show the story of the day. What was it from beginning to end? From the excitement of getting ready and the anticipation of seeing each other, and all those things leading up to that first look or down the aisle, all the way into the toasts and the dancing and all the way out to that grand exit. I think the story is first and foremost, and I want the photos to tell that story arc. Secondly, it's the details. It's all the things that you're spending months getting ready right now. It's all the things that you're planning. It's all the colors and the textures and the food and the details, all the things that take months of planning. And if they're not photographed, they're the first things we forget. I remember within a week, I was like, what did I eat? I've been married 15 years. And I was like, man, I didn't even know what we had for dinner. It went so fast. And so those details really, really matter. The third thing that I'm looking for in every wedding is those really special, candid moments. And those are the things you can't recreate. You can't say, hey, do that again. Hey, give me that genuine laugh one more time. Hey, give me that moment that was fleeting that we can't recreate. That's not possible. So I'm looking for those authentic, genuine moments of laughter or endearment, or it might be tears. There's something really significant about capturing a candid moment because you can't pose it again. You can't make it again. It was something that only happened once and you can't recreate it. There's something else you'll notice in my portfolio that I think is important, and that's what I call artwork. It's something that I hope the bride and groom feel excited to print and to share and to save as their iPhone, backdrop. It's something that tells the story of their wedding in one photo, or at least a piece of it in one photo. It's something that I hope that they would be happy to print and hang on their wall and look at 10 years from now and feel like that's still a really good photo and that still has the moment behind it that we loved. It still means something and we still feel something when we look at it. I think having all 4 of these creates a really solid wedding gallery. And it's everything from details to fleeting moments to artwork, and behind all that, there's a story of the whole day. And when it comes to editing, I don't have any special one ingredient, one size fits all. I edit 100% on feeling. What does a photo make me feel? What does this gallery make me feel? And so I do lean into film tones and all those kinds of textures because I believe they create that, they help aid that nostalgic feeling. They help with that texture and the feeling behind a photo, which is really important to me. So when it comes to editing, it's all by feeling. I might be going through photos and I hit one, I'm going, that is just black and white. There's just no way around it. It just is. And I can't explain why. It's part of the creative process. And I love it. I love seeing photos come to life. I love having captured them day of and getting excited about them then, but I love then taking them to editing and seeing them really come to life. And part of the reason that I edit based on feel is because I don't chase a lot of trends. My hope is that every photo I take, every gallery that I give, stands the test of time. My hope is that in 10 years, you're looking at your wedding photos going, these are still really good and they don't feel dated. Not everything's in sepia tone. Not everything is really, following a hype trend. They feel timeless. They feel classic. They feel like they will stand the test of time. I want your photos to feel beautiful decades from now. As a photographer, I'm there from the getting ready all the way to the grand send-off. And what that means for me is I have learned to manage the pacing of the day. I've learned to work really well with planners, understand the timeline, and stick to it, because there's nothing worse than being late and stressed about it. Nothing takes a photo away like stress. And also working closely with planners to have built-in time for photography is really important. A lot of what you see in my work is because there's been time for it, and the stress has been taken away because we've carved out time to take photos of the bride and groom. We've carved out time for family photos. We've made space so that there's no stress in the situation, so that there's no stress in the timeline. And I think that's really, really important. And that's why one of the main packages that I really lean into is the 10 hours, a full day. As a bride and groom, the most important thing you guys can do is get married and celebrate the day with family and friends. Really take it in. And that makes for the best photos. It makes for the best memories. Everything else is a detail. And those details should be delegated to planners and family and friends and those who are helping build your wedding day. So what is it like on the wedding day? What is it like when the camera comes out? What does it feel like to work with me? My aim over the years has become to really steward the moment that you guys are having. I think it's most important that you guys are really celebrating and taking in the day. You're getting married. This is a once in a lifetime thing. And it's really important that you're not just getting technically great photos, but you're having a memory behind those photos that you actually really love. And all the ingredients that go into your wedding day are supposed to help that. All the things that go into the planning and the prep are supposed to help that. So having the time to step away and get photos, having time for family photos, having time before the ceremony to really get your mind around the fact that you're getting married, having time to do a first look, having time to see each other and savor it is really significant because it makes for a true celebration. At the end of the day, my goal is really simple. You get to enjoy your wedding day, be present, and then be able to look back and relive all those moments again. So if this sounds like an experience that you'd want to have, I would love to be a part of your story.